Hello everyone, I've been working with the CB450P0 police model motorcycle Siren. I've decided to model it over CAD and to show some of its functioning features so you can see how it functions. So here's the CAD model that I created with all the components. If I turn it to the side, you can see the louvers and you can see the internal workings. I'll go ahead and I'll cut through some of these shortly to help you get a better view. So as you can see here, there's the center shaft that runs along the middle with the bearings that hold the shaft to the back cover, and then bearings that hold the rotor to the cover for those bearings. There's also a cone-shaped friction clutch drive that drives the rotor, so it can only spin in one direction, and when it's spinning the opposite direction or spinning slower than the rotor blade, it retracts the clutch so you don't damage the connection between the two, or the siren doesn't activate when it's not intended to be used. So I'll try to zoom in on some of these features just to show you, give you a better look on how this clutch functions. So if we come in here, this is the cone-shaped clutch that's in the baby blue color. When the rotor spins looking from the rear, when this rotor spins in the left direction, or looking from the front, when it spins to the right, it pushes down the cone-shaped clutch so it into the rotor blade, which drives it. When it spins the opposite direction, it pulls it up. I'll try to see if I can get a better shot to show you exactly how that functions. So let's go ahead and pause the animation, and we'll cut the section view, and I'll start taking some of these components apart. So if we come over here to where are we at? Take off the top case. We're going to go ahead and remove the top of the rotor just to give better access view there. And we'll remove the covering bell that keeps dirt out of the clutch drive. And this is what the clutch drive is here. It is two nylon almost bushings with the slight, if I can get a better image for you, with the slight cutback. And this cutback's important because when it spins in one direction, that cutback is going to pull the bottom piece up, and then the angle slice is important too, so when it spins in the opposite direction, that slice pushes down. Let's see if I can get over here to the motion, and I'll give you a better example of how that functions. So here you can see the two pieces together, and you can see the void where the cone shape is underneath, where this cone shape meets the bottom drive. So when it spins in one direction, it pushes it down and into the rotor, and that spins the assembly, creating the siren. Once it stops, the slower speed causes it to technically spin in the opposite direction, but really it's just moving slower, and that angle back slice is going to pull it back up and out of the channel and no longer driving the siren. Again, this is it activating the siren. This is it deactivating the siren. Again, activating and deactivating. And I'll zoom out to give you a better view of how that is. And now putting all the pieces back together. The rotor top, here's the bell, and here's the top case, and the louvers with the face. And that is how the CB450 police siren, which is used also in, I believe, the 350, the 500, and the CB750P0 model bikes. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and you learned something new. Take care. Bye.